Stoic philosophers have come up with many exercises to help people become more stoic. But I think these 7 are the most important ones. They teach us how to be good people, figure out our place in the world, always do the right thing, avoid acting out of ego, and make bad things into good things. You have to practice these Stoic values and exercises every day and in every situation. However, if you can do it regularly, you'll be amazed at what you can achieve and the person you become. To keep himself honest, Marcus Aurelius said, "You must do what is right. It doesn't matter what else you do, just do the right thing." For the Stoics, virtue was the best thing there was. It worked for the good of everyone. It was seeing problems as chances to do something. That being said, it was the right thing to do for the right reasons. It doesn't matter how rich or famous you are, if you don't follow your morals, you will be unhappy. People who are Christian believe that you will go to hell if you sin or break the 10 Commandments. Stoics say that if you're a bad person and lie, cheat, steal, or do things that are evil, then you really do live in hell. Your life is terrible. You don't believe in other people, so it has no value or aim. So the idea of summum bonum, or the greatest good, is at the heart of Stoicism. For Stoics, virtue is the best thing in the world. They said that virtue is the only good thing, and that the only thing that counts is doing the right thing the right way, no matter what. A strong Stoic exercise is amor fati, which means love your enemy. This means that there is no such thing as an enemy, only fuel. Marcus Aurelius says that fire is a metaphor for a Stoic's life. He says that anything you put near a fire will make it grow. He says it turns things that are in the way into light and fire. That means you don't want to think about all the problems and issues in your life. While you're going through tough times, you should think about all the good things that these problems are teaching you. The Latin phrase, amor fati, means love of fate. It means that nothing can stop you because everything is moving you in the exact way you want to go. This may seem like a strange idea, but the Stoics want you to not expect much. Seneca talks about premeditatio malorum, which means to imagine the worst that could happen. You will never be happy if you are so set on how things should be and go. Everything that can go wrong will go wrong. People who are flexible and able to let go will be better off. They can also think ahead about how things might not go their way and be ready for it. Seneca states, "The expected blows of fortune fall less heavily than the unexpected blows." That person is happy when they know that things won't always go their way and that the world isn't all sunshine and kittens. That person sees things as they really are, unlike someone who is always upset about how cruel and unfair the world is. That person has smaller expectations and is happy when things go above and beyond those expectations. One more has to do with amor fati, but it's the idea that the thing that stands in the way is the way itself. The great Marcus Aurelius says that. This is what's stopping action from moving forward. Things that get in the way become the ways. Yes, bad things will happen, but you can focus on how to make the best of it and move the ball forward. If someone cuts you off in traffic, that's not what you wanted, but it's a chance to learn how to forget. Now that you know you did something wrong, you can forgive yourself, right? Maybe your car is stuck or your trip is running late. This is your chance to do things you've been putting off. Are you able to see all the bad things that are happening to you as chances to practice different virtues? You might have planned to do one thing, but something might get in the way of that. That might let you go do something else instead. For this reason, the Stoic always thinks, the problem is the way. This is an opportunity. The problem is showing me the way I want to go. Putting a big rock in the middle of the one road into town because the king thought his people were getting lazy is an old Zen story. The king stood in a tree and watched as people walked up to the rock, this obstacle. Many people cursed him, pushed at the rock, turned around and went home, while others just sat there and waited for someone to do something about it. Finally, a man walks up and tries to climb over or around the boulder. He pushes it, but it won't move. So he goes into the woods and comes back with a big stick or log, which he then jams under the rock and cranks like a lever to finally get it to move. And that's what Stoicism is all about. The thing that gets in the way of action moves action forward. Aristotle said, "What is in the way is the way." We want to see hurdles not as things that are stopping us from getting where we want to go, but as things that teach us new things about ourselves and the world as we struggle with them, go around them, or try things because we can't get through them. Before we move on, please make sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel to never miss out any of our videos about Stoicism and the way you can master your life. There aren't many schools of thought that say ego is a good thing. The Greeks and Romans both talked about hubris. Much of history and religion stories are about how pride can hurt you. It's said that pride leads to fall. That's why the Stoics thought ego was bad. This is what Epictetus said: "You cannot learn what you think you already know." This means that Stoics always ask themselves, why am I doing this? How do I feel about this? Do I want to help other people? Does it make the world a better place for me to do this? Or am I doing it to make myself feel better about myself and feed my pride? Stoicism is based on the idea that you are not unique and that the world does not revolve around you. And if you act or make choices based on that, thinking that the world rotates around you and that the rules don't apply, you'll be rudely awakened when you lose everything you worked so hard to get. As much as the Stoics believed in individualism and giving people power, they also deeply believed in our relationship to other people and things. 80 times or so, Marcus Aurelius talks about the good of all. Meditation. Seneca talked about sympathia, which is the thought that we are a small part of a bigger body. You know what's bad for the hive is bad for the bee, says Marcus Aurelius. In a time when people are self-centered and want to make themselves look better, the Stoics offer a different way to think about things. And they think about it in terms of how they can help others, how they can make sure their own wins don't hurt others, and how they can see themselves as a citizen and a part of a bigger whole. That keeps us safe and makes sure we work for other people. It makes us less greedy and more selfless, which means we can help society more. Some people think that thinking about how soon you're going to die is a way to be unhappy because it makes them feel like they could die at any time. The Stoics actually believed that this was the key to happiness because it makes you appreciate the life you have. If you wake up every night and think, "I have lived my life," that's it, says Seneca. You think to yourself, "Oh, this is great, I get an extra day for free." Socrates thinks you should live your life like you're playing with house money, which is what you are. We all knew when we were born that we were going to die, so every extra day is a gift. So the idea of memento mori, or thinking about how short our lives are, is not sad. It's the best way to be happy. Tell us what you think in the comments. The ideas we have today are just small steps on the path we are all on to becoming smarter. Click here to watch 8 Stoic ways to keep going during hard days. See you there in a second. Be stoic, stay stoic.